Rabbits shed all the time, but twice a year, your rabbit will go through a molt where they shed all of their spring coats or all of their winter coat, and it is just an insane amount of fur. Not only is it really annoying and frustrating to keep up with, but when your rabbit is grooming themselves trying to get rid of their fur, they can sometimes digest a lot of that fur, and it can lead to GI problems. So not only is molting really uncomfortable for your rabbit and really frustrating for you, it can actually be dangerous. So today in this video, I am going to give you a ton of tips on how to survive molting season so that your rabbit and you can live a happy and fur-free life. Hello Buns, welcome back to Cinnabun Sundays, our weekly video series where we talk about all things bunny. And today I am sitting on the floor because I want to talk about this one right here, like we always do, but specifically we're gonna talk about her fluff. Molting season is upon us. Whether we're ready or not, I have noticed the line showing up on Cinnabun's fur. I think it's time that we talk about what we're gonna do to keep our rabbits from going into any digestive problems. You can literally see Cinnabun licking and grooming her fur right now at this moment. So how do you know when your rabbit is molting versus just shedding? Well, typically with a molt, you are going to notice a very distinct line on their fur where the color is different because either their winter coat is coming in or their summer coat is coming in. A lot of times it'll start on the tip of their nose and go up, and then you'll also notice it on their back and it will travel down. So what can you do about it? Well, the very first thing that you obviously need to be doing is grooming your rabbit. They groom themselves a lot, but when your rabbit is molting, you need to incorporate brushing all the time. You do not need to brush your rabbit every single day, but you need to brush your rabbit at least maybe twice a week and spend a long time doing it. All the fur that you remove during a grooming session is fur that's not going into your rabbit's stomach. And you really want to focus on that shed line because the line that you see on your rabbit's back or on their face, that's where most of the fur is coming out at the moment. So if you really can focus on that shed line, you can move the shed along quite quickly. You can brush your rabbit every single day, but I know Cinnabun gets really frustrated with me if I start picking her up and messing with her that much. So I try to limit it to about 2 really good grooming sessions a week during the length of the molt. And then you, of course, always give them a treat afterwards. Now, how do you know if you're brushing your rabbit enough or not? Well, you can keep an eye on their poop. If you are noticing that your rabbit has strings of pearls is what we'll call them, which is just when multiple little balls of poop are connected by fur, that is a sign that you need to be brushing your rabbit more because they have a lot of fur in their stomach. This is going to happen during a molt. If you notice a few of them, it's just what happens, but if you start noticing like most of their poop is having fur in it, you really need to up the brushing. Okay, so my next tip is probably the most important thing that you need to focus on other than brushing during molting season, and that is hay. The most important thing to keep your rabbit's digestive system moving is a strong diet filled with hay, filled with fiber. Hay should make up 80% of your rabbit's diet. Honestly, during molting season, that should go up even more. A couple of things that I do to really make sure that Cinnabun is consuming enough hay during molting season is I really go all out. First off, I will buy her favorite hay. Now you guys know that I typically will just buy bagged hay from Oxbow because let's be honest, it's really convenient to do that. But Cinnabun's favorite hay in the world is Small Pet Select. This is not an ad for them. This is just me being very honest about that. Her favorite hay, it's fresher, it's better, and she eats more of it. It's just not always the most convenient option for us. But during molting season, I make that our option. I buy large boxes of her favorite Timothy hay. I buy so much of it, and that is because I want to make sure that she is eating as much hay as possible. Now, if this is something that you can't do, or maybe you already buy Small Pet Select hay and your rabbit's used to it, something else you can do is you can add forage, like dried flowers, to your rabbit's hay during this time. I know it's a sweet treat, but it's going to attract your rabbits to their hay even more. Another thing that you can do is you can make a second hay source. I have this little foraging box. It's literally just a cardboard box with hay and some forage in it. So on top of the hay in her litter box, I also have this out just for her to munch on, so whether she's in her litter box or hanging out in the bunny room, she's consuming hay. Now, another way that you can encourage your rabbit to eat more hay is to actually limit their other food sources. Now, I'm not talking about doing a really big drastic cut to what your rabbit's eating, but when you think about their lettuce, for instance, so Cinnabun, I typically give her 2 big handfuls of lettuce for breakfast every morning. During molting season, I'll give her like 1.5 handfuls. It might not seem like that big of a difference, but for a tiny bunny, they're still gonna get the nutrients they need, don't worry, but they might be a little bit more hungry than usual, and when they are, they're gonna seek out the next food source, which is a more fibrous option being their hay. Now, another thing that you can do during their molting season is add a digestive supplement. So I give Cinnabun a digestive biscuit from 𝒐𝒆𝒏𝒄𝒏, one of these bad boys, every single morning, but once a week, on top of everything during a molt, I will add a little bit of a probiotic to the biscuit. The probiotic I use is the 𝒏𝒏𝒄𝒏𝒃 probiotic. I just do a tiny bit, about this much, and I add this once a week, and it's just an extra probiotic that helps to keep the gut moving, keeping her healthy. And it's just something else that I do to make sure that her digestive system is working. Now, on top of their diet, something else that you can add in are hay-based toys. This is actually another Small Pet Select thing. I promise you, I'm not sponsored, I just love them. They have a ton of hay-based chew toys for your rabbit. This is just another great way to make sure your rabbit is getting an additional hay source. I have this cute heart-shaped one because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, but they have little balls, little twist things. There's all sorts of hay-based chew toys that you can find that instead of just giving them junk to chew on, you can be giving them something that is helping them digest all of that fur that is moving through their body. And then the very last tip I have for you is to make sure that your rabbit is staying active. The more your rabbit moves, the more their digestive system is going to be working. Just like you as a human, it's just really important that your rabbit is running around and playing. When your rabbit is still and stationary, everything in their body is still. So make sure that your rabbit is free roam. Make sure that your rabbit has room to play. Make sure that you give them attention and that they're doing those binkies and those zoomies every night, because that is really important to their overall health. So there you have it, Buns. Those are my tips for surviving molting season. It can be really stressful and just really overwhelming, but I hope that these ideas and these tips keep your home clean and your rabbit safe this shedding season. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye, Buns!